What are you doing here?
That's right. She's here to bear witness to the proceedings. She experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight in. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for what we intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission, while any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessel...
Negotiations seem to be going pretty...
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now... Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business...
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment?
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need...
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already! You just want to... Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. The situation has changed. Please stand by. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential... At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, it'd be...
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and... With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one...
That's enough! When we return, there will be... Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining... So...
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seem like...
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma. One day, I will hunt them down. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs.
But of course, Madam Kujo. I have every For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou... As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have...
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the...
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Your Excellency, you...
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the... Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste? I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the... During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement, but you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and...
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is, it was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will. But never...
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was... Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing...
Very well. Then I hereby declare... that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance...
Your Excellency, what are you...
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most... I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you, Your
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro, and if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may...
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will... Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency.
I think I can feel my energy level starting to drop. Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been recovering. Slowly. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations. Do you think so? To be honest, in the past, I was concerned only with but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. In short, I've still got some maturing to do.
Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind.
Think you can bully me? Sayonara special!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Lightning slash!
Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a...
Thunderclap! Shaken and stirred! Scratch!
You're mine. Bring it on.
Lightning slash! Look at you, Foozhound! Shaken and stirred! Think you can bully me?
Take this! Bellowing thunder!
No time to lose. I could get used to this.
no longer hold back. Witness the power of the brightest flames burn fastest.
Sayonara Special!
Riptide!
Shaken and stirred!
You can run, but you can't hide. No time to lose.
Taste my flame.
Take this! Lightning Flash! Look at you, Foodown!
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Take this!
Bring it on.
Lightning Flash! Bellowing Thunder!
No, my sword!
Tidal wave.
This fall before me.
Take this!
One strike will suffice. It's over.
Rain cutter, body and mind. Rain outlines your fate.
Think you can bully me?
Taste my flame.
Can't handle your drink! Huh! Scratch! Lightning Flash!
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Thunderclap!
Fall before me.
Riptide.
One strike will suffice. Taste my flame. What's one more?
I'll keep this close.
outlines your fate. Know my sword! Let me read you a verse.
Shake it and stir! Scratch! Look at you, boozy! Bellowing thunder! Lightning flash!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Witness the power of Gawa. Rain outline.
Amateur mistake.
Shake it and stir!
Riptide. Who's next?
Thunderclap! Lightning flash!
Know my sword. Ring cutter.
Yeah! Diana
Is this an answer from this world?
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently, after assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers...
Just another day on the...
Allow me to explain. The Tenryo Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a...
Noni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the so it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes but it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us. No problemo. This does sound like a job for the trap.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the
On second thought, Paimon
We are still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind these incidents, but please ask around in the streets as well. Thank you. I will await your...
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it.
Wait, you mean he already...
No, not exactly. On the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in... I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him. I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making... If I had to guess...
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fellow
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. Perhaps you could try asking around some...
Okay, thanks.
Arataki Ito? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing.
Huh? How can you be so sure?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of... Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at.
On purpose, though.
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won!" Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it.
Ugh,
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always... So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game.
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, So, I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything.
Thanks for the info. Look!
My store is offering the latest in fashion.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the...
Catherine says that Arataki Ito hasn't done anything. Paimon's curious. Is there any
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put... For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity. But for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole... At first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to investigate, he personally What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of it. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his... After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would... As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we... confiscated his... At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had... The vision hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme...
He does sound a little unstable. Just like...
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring...
Thanks for all the info. Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already really got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist. Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
Abilities to the characters.
Hello, we'd like to...
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through.
How much?
A one-off payment of 397,000 mora, up front. Plus a further 5% of your Adventurers Guild remuneration as my commission.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive!
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full. And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventurers Guild once we have Ito. Now then. To give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the Blue Oni said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it? What about the little blue?
I suppose the Blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the...
But the Blue Oni was just an...
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personalities. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Ito has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we...
But how could he do that after the Blue Oni...
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the Blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume... Besides, the suspect has already confessed. According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made... The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Ito chose to flee in that direction. Don't mention it. I'm just doing...
Wait! Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Ito has given in...
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength. What...
Okay, but what's up with...
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, in fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Ito. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
Right! Knowing our target's weakness will make...
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use them. Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair...
Sneaky! Let's head to Yoshiori Island and start looking for Ito! Detective Sango, Ito should be somewhere around here. Catherine mentioned that he has a vision. Look, footprints! Let's see where they lead. There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward. There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead. Wait, could that be him? Is that Arataki Ito? He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid...
Beans, no!
Are you... What should we do? Paimon didn't think he'd react...
Don't be alarmed. It's just my, It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in. How in the world did... Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folk.
That's
Yep, that's right. Me, all by myself. As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low, that's all.
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far.
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy picking. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting—
No way, mister! We've accepted a commission to bring you back!
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
Well, mostly she took a commission to bring you back.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case, we—
Uncle Ito! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still—
Huh? Who are they? Are they your—
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito?
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't be too long.
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that makes—
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment.
What should we do? There is the—
Oh, it's on! I like your style. All right, but first things first. I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might—
You know, there are better ways to